Greetings. I'm Pastor Reckley at First Evan Lutheran Church. It's good to be with you here today. He is risen. He is risen indeed. Alleluia. Those are the words that we proclaim on Easter. What a joyous time it is this time of year to be able to proclaim those things. Easter is a joyous time in spite of the circumstances under which we might be celebrating it. I'd like to continue our journey today to Jerusalem and to see a couple of different sites. They're both related. The first site I'd like to take you to is in the Old City, along the way of the Via Dolorosa, the way of sorrows which Jesus walked and so on his way to the cross. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is this particular building. You see it there. It's actually some kind of a shrine that surrounds where many people think that Jesus' tomb was. I didn't go inside at that particular time when we were here the last time. The lines were just too long, and we weren't quite as interested in this particular site, although it is very historic. Historians say it goes back to the 4th century, in fact, in history. We prefer a little bit another site that marks the same thing, the Garden Tomb. The Garden Tomb was discovered much more recently, but it's a tomb nonetheless, something that you can grasp. Here's a picture of it that we have of the opening, the mouth of the tomb itself, and one of our participants coming out of the tomb that was able to observe that particular tomb. We were able to go inside and take a look at around, one or two of us at a time, and take pictures and then come out. Here's a picture of the inside. You can see how the tomb is carved out of stone. Certainly a lot of care was taken into making that particular tomb. One that perhaps somebody like Jesus, somebody of his era, had been laid in, or perhaps was reserved for somebody of that era. At any rate, it's a place that we were able to reflect on. Easter. Easter at the graveyard, really, right? And why? Why were we able to celebrate a tomb? Because it's just that. It's an empty tomb, right? There's nobody in here now. Even if you like the other site better, it's still empty as well. And that's a joyous thing for us to know as Christians as we huddle in our own homes behind closed doors, just like the disciples did on that Easter Sunday night. The lesson that we will be talking about in particular this Sunday, we recognize that Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Alleluia. And this sign says it all. It tells us the fact that Jesus is the Son of God, and it's proven by his resurrection from the dead. Peace be with you until we meet again.